Welcome my friends, today has been an amazing day. If you are a DanganRonpa fan, as the series is finally heading to a Nintendo console. Something I've been saying was gonna happen for a long time now. But not only that, the real surprise, besides the reveal of the games being on Nintendo Switch, is that we're actually getting a new game. Well, somewhat. We learned that a game called DanganRonpa S Ultimate Summer Camp is also releasing. But what exactly is this game? And what can we expect from it? Well, before we get into that, let's read the description for it. With an all-star dream lineup of characters from each Danganronpa game, gather hope fragments at a tropical resort and explore Jabberwock Island and develop your Dangan characters. Gather money to borrow and upgrade your equipment, then defeat the bosses and move on to the next island. So yes, they took the bonus game, the Ultimate Talent Development Plan from V3 and expanded it and made it its own game. A full game that comes inside the Danganronpa Decadence collection for the Switch. Now the question now is, what exactly can you expect from this new Danganronpa game? Is it just some silly theme or is there more to it? Well, that's what this video will be about. I'm going to be giving you a in-depth look into the trailer to see if there's some hidden meaning behind all of this. Now, the trailer starts with the iconic scene from DanganRonpa 2, where the player wakes up and sees Nagito there. The scene here is very different. As you can see, Nagito is wearing a different outfit, and to me, this scene here is very important and implies there's more happening here. But I'll get back to that later. For now, we've seen the board game, where most of the game will probably take place. If you play the original game on V3, you know how this works. You move around, unlock scenes, get power up, etc. But there's more here. It seems everything is fused now. Instead of having the dungeon, the battles seem to happen in the board game too. So no more having to go to the dungeon to get power ups to then go play the gaming board, etc. But let's check the board itself. As you can see by the looks of it, this is the first island in Danganronpa 2. You can see the farm here with the moo cow and even the characters' cottages here, where the characters live in the game. You can even see the store here too. So first we get the iconic scene with Nagito, and then the setting seems to be Jabberwock Island. So far there is a lot of Danganronpa 2 in this game, at least for where it takes place. Anyway, we see how the battle system will work in this game, and it's very similar to how it did in V3. We get a familiar image from the V3 model of the game with this scene here, where we can see Makoto talking to his sister Komaru. So this here makes me think that locations like Host Peak will somehow be in the game. But the big thing here is Komaru, as unlike the V3 game, in this one she actually has a proper sprite, and it is in the game proper now. She and other characters were left out the board game in V3, even though they were mentioned or showed up somewhat in some text. Here we have Miu and Celestia, and more proof that this game is in fact taking place on Jabberwock Island. Interactions like this were in the V3 game too, so not much here to discuss. Now here is where things get really interesting, as we get more characters from Ultra Despair Girls. Here is Hiroko, the mother of Hagakure from the first game. This is something I really did not expect to see. That characters like her are in the game and getting content. Note that the last media we saw this character was in Ultra Despair Girls. Now this opens the possibility to not only learn more about her as a character, but also who else made it to the game? Any other parents are in this? Is Taichi here, Chihiro's father? This opens the door to a lot of interactions we could only dream of before this game. Now this here is the character select stream. Very similar to how it was in the V3 game, but there's some differences. For one, as you can see, it seems we need hope fragments to unlock content from the game. If you remember, Hope Fragments was something we also collected in the bonus mode of DanganRonpa 2, and the main game too while doing free time events. So I wonder if they will work the same way here. Also, this is also seen to show the games that will be featured here. As you can see, all 4 of them are here, including Ultra Despair Girls. But are these the only games that will be featured, or is there a possibility to also get DanganRonpa 3? If you play the V3 board game, you will know that while there are no sprites, the DanganRonpa 3 characters do make an appearance. So I'm wondering if that will also be the case here. But not only that, how about the possibility of 0 characters also showing up in here? Now, again, we see another look into the battle system of the game. I'm thinking again if it will work the same as in V3. By that I mean, do we need to go to the dungeons to level up, to then play the board game? From what I have seen this trailer, that won't be the case. You can level up from the board itself, which is a welcome improvement. Now here we get more characters interactions, again happening in the first island of DanganRonpa 2. But also some new areas like this here that appears to be a hot spring of some kind. Now in this image we notice that the characters are wearing clothing that we had not seen before, like beach outfits, as you can see here with Leon and Rantaro. But not only that, we also saw Nagito wearing new clothing for the beach. Now here is where we see something that I'm really excited about, as this game, unlike V3 version, will have actual new CG. Yes, you heard this right, new CG. New art. It seems they really went the extra mile here. It really adds to the interaction we are going to be seeing. Probably will be used for some key cutscenes or who knows. This here is a great theme. There is something about seeing some new content with the V3 cast that make this just beautiful. Like, look at this one. I mean, wow. It seems to be some kind of festival. But look, even Kotoko is here. This is something I really wanted to see. The Ultra Despair characters interacting, even new art with them. It seems this game will be really fanservice, and I'm loving what I see. There is Gonta here selling books, Ryuma selling balloons. This is amazing, to be honest. Now, that's pretty much what we got from the trailer. But it's not over yet, as if you go to the Spike-Chunsoft site, you get some extra images, like Himiko here interacting with Mahiru and Hiyoko, or how about Sonia and Celestia? Now, have you noticed something? Aside from all them taking place in DanganRonpa 2, all of them are wearing swimsuits. But not just any swimsuits, but brand new ones that had not been featured in the games before. Like, look at Sonia here. If you remember, she uses a full wetsuit in DanganRonpa 2, but not here. She now has a proper one. Now this image here is something really special, as we get to see a lot of familiar characters on the beach. For example, Asahina, Kirigiri, Maki, and others. Now, you can see that they are also wearing new swimsuits too, at least for most of them, as if you know DanganRonpa 3 merch, Kyoko and Asahina are actually wearing their DanganRonpa 3 swimsuits, making me think, are these their DanganRonpa 3 versions of the characters? Also, I like to point out this is Mukuro and not Junko here, so could we finally get some proper Mukuro sprites? But there's another thing here that I think is important. This is the same beach from DanganRonpa 2. It's exactly the same one. But you won't be asking, bowing, why do you keep saying DanganRonpa 2 this and that? What's the point? Well, the point is that while this is mostly a fanservice game, built around the board game from V3, I think there's going to be somewhat of a plot here. Something small that is happening. The V3 board game was just that, a board game, and there was no justification for it. But for this one, it feels to me that they're trying to tell you why this is happening. From what I've seen so far from this game, the images, the scenes, the setting, this game is clearly taking place within the Neo War program. It's clear to me they went the extra mile to show that here. Even the Nagito scenes start to glitch out too, like in DanganRonpa 2. Now yes, it could be nothing, but why do it? Why set it up like this? Could this whole thing be part of something by Team DanganRonpa? Is this taking place in the V3 universe? I'm just saying, watch out because there could be something. I think there's something up happening here. Remember, Team DanganRonpa is supposedly over. We should not be getting any more games because if we follow what V3 said, there's no more DanganRonpa. DanganRonpa is over. Yet, here we are. A new game. Something new, and this is really odd, so please, we have to keep our eyes out because these people had lied in the past. They lied to us with V3 and they're probably doing the same game again, but who knows? Anyway, this is my look into the new DanganRonpa game that will be released alongside the first 3 games on the Nintendo Switch. As more content news is revealed, I'll be sure to keep making videos to keep you guys informed. But tell me, what do you think? Do you like this? If so, tell me in the comments below. This is Omega Baldwin. See you later. Bye.